Hello, Find the Funny fans. This is Sarah Laspisa, the producer of this podcast. I just want to invite you all to come to YouTube to see the premiere of Lisa Alvarado's brand new comedy special, Full Picante. Here's a little teaser just to get you all excited about it.
¿Qué pasó? We go to Peru. My mom goes, Lisa, you only carry one baby in your body. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, but 15 kilos of Coke. I cannot stand when people judge one another solely by the color of their skin. I mean, you guys, what about the texture? This is smooth. That does not make me feel pretty. They're rocket scientists. They can find Mars, but can they find a G-spot? That's what I'm gonna find out. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Find the Funny with me, Lisa Alvarado. This is going to be a part 2 with Chris Fonseca. That's right. You liked part 1 so much. We are going to add a little bit more.
Our next comedian has appeared on David Letterman.
He has been on everything related to TV and comedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Chris.
Chris.
Crazy Legs
Fonseca!
Guy's one of the best hard joke writers I've ever heard.
You're touring even now with Chappelle.
Right,
occasionally.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, good show. With Chappelle, with Carlos Mencia,
Yeah.
Russell Peters.
Oh, Russell. That's
I
great.
love Russell.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Russell had a funny story. I did Arsenio like 4 times
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
And Russell was like, I look at the TV guy. I see Crazy Legs. I thought it was a dancer.
Please welcome Chris Crazy Legs Fonseca.
I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then you murdered, and I'm
Yeah.
like, cool. When people find out I'm from Colorado, they ask me, do you ski? No, goober. I'm too busy skydiving.
Tell me about when you first started stand-up and knew that you had it.
I opened for Ellen Degeneres.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
I did like 5 minutes. Ellen and I performed together. We did the American Comedy Awards, I believe in 1996. When I was 3, my sister taught me to tie my shoes together. Bitch. That was her name. Yeah, and then she went on after me.
Star of Ellen.
Thank you. That's scary coming down a ramp like that. I thought I was going to fall or something. That is so true.
I mean, you've worked with everybody. Did you get to work with Pryor?
No, I never worked with you. We met at
But you
the
met.
American Comedy Awards.
American
But
Comedy Awards, yeah.
My manager, Glenn Schwarz, started out as a publicist.
Okay.
Like, he worked at Good Morning America.
Oh, wow.
And went on to become a publicist for Milton Berle.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Milton Berle did homecoming at my college. I was a journalism major where I got to interview Milton. I remember talking to Glenn Schwarz on the phone. I said, you know, I'm just starting open mind. Someday you're gonna represent me. It's like, yeah. And
Wow.
40 years later, he's my manager publisher.
Still.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, he's worked with George Carlin,
Yeah,
Stephen Wright,
wow.
Billy Gardell.
Oh.
You know Billy.
Yeah, I know Billy.
Funny because people in the Denver area, they're like, well, how do I get your manager?
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't. You don't.
You don't.
You
got to start 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Great. Oh my gosh. What's your favorite road story?
Oh, there's so
You
many.
have so many. I know.
I was in Madison, Wisconsin.
Uh-huh.
There used to be a comedy club called the Comedy Club on State Street.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
up on stage. It's homecoming weekend for the UW. Chris Farley comes into the club. He's chugging a handle of Jack Daniels. He goes, Fonseca, can I come up there? I had never met him.
Oh my
He
gosh.
comes up, he shakes hands, he tells a couple jokes, he gives me the bottle, I'm like chugging it. He's finished, he takes the bottle, never saw the man again.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Wow.
just
That must have been like
Yeah.
epic. Like that just happened?
Yeah.
Please welcome Chris Farley.
You first came to New York from Madison. Was that tricky to get used to? I mean, it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
big
New
difference.
York, that was a scary. First, I thought I'd come on there all cocky, like, I'm gonna bring this town to its knees. And then by about a month, I was like, yeah, I go home. No, I liked it a lot. It's excellent.
Do you know how many TV shows you've done? Do you know the total? Countless. It's like Letterman, Arsenio 4 times. The Tonight Show. You've done it. You've done it all. Showtime, HBO. Yeah. I mean, Baywatch. That's right. You got to send me a clip of that. We're going to show a clip of the Baywatch.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Chris Fonseca's Baywatch episode is called Lost and Found, which you can find on Tubi. That link will be in the show notes. Chris plays a wheelchair-bound beach dweller. In this scene, he stops a pervy muscle man from hitting on one of the lifeguards. He rolls up to the muscle man and stubs his toe with his wheelchair, and then innocently pushes him away. The beta man just cowers off.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So when did you actually get into the wheelchair? What year was it?
87. I was in a car accident. I broke my left femur.
Yeah.
Then rehabbing, I broke the same leg in a different place. And,
Rehabbing it? You
yeah,
broke it again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
How the hell were you rehabbing it? Under a car? What the hell were you doing,
yeah,
Chris?
I was,
my gosh.
I was jumping off mountains.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
that's what you do. And then like I was finally starting to walk with a walker again. Got in a second car accident. Broke my right ankle.
Shit.
So like the combination of all this
Yeah.
and like my left leg ended up shorter than the right and just being older. I'm 60 now.
60.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, you know, all that just catches up with you.
yeah. But I mean, travel, we have to travel for our job. We
Oh,
can't
yeah.
just stay in the same
Right,
city. To make
right.
money, we have to travel.
Right.
And I know it kills me,
Oh,
the
yeah.
travel. I can't imagine what you go through.
Oh, yeah.
The
And
hard-
I try to be diligent about, you know, calling before and saying I need a handicap room. And they always go, oh yeah, we got you. I show up and
Nothing.
yeah.
Just for fun, we're including another scene from Chris's Baywatch episode. This particular episode emphasizes the lack of wheelchair access to the beach. So Chris's character handcuffs himself to the lifeguard in this next scene to protest the lack of action that was taken. I'm curious, did they ever make a wheelchair access ramp to the beach so that people on wheelchairs could access the beach? This particular episode was shot in the late 1990s. So I'm just curious if anything changed.
You dated, what's her name? Cindy from the Brady Bunch?
Yeah, we had a thing.
Yeah. And who
And
else?
it's funny if you Google it and said we never married.
You never married her.
Yeah, but in the internet, that's a weird thing about being famous.
Yeah.
is
Yeah, they
that
just,
people just put stuff out there.
right, that's not
and
true.
it's like, but I know so many people, like Amy Grant, the
Oh,
Christian singer, and we met at the Christopher Reeves special that was on ABC.
oh,
Stevie Wonder, Willie Nelson, Amy Grant, Robin Williams,
wow.
Aaron Neville, and he was like, do you think Chris would be interested? And it's like, no, I'm in Iowa that day,
Yeah,
What do you
exactly. I'm
think?
performing at a bar down the
Yeah.
street. A bowling alley's
Yeah.
got my name on it.
Yeah, and then I show up there, and like everybody in Hollywood was back to Tom Hanks, John Lithgow,
Yeah.
Meryl Streep,
Wow.
and I'm just starstruck. I thought, okay, little me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be first, right?
Yeah.
And so I asked the director, and he's looking, and he's like, no, you're at the top of the second hour after Stevie. I'm like,
You're following Stevie
"Hey,
Wonder?
on national TV. And it's like,
No
are
pressure.
you crazy?
What is this, a bringer show?
Yeah. Not too many people know this, but I was raised by a pack of cigarettes. My parents used to send me to spend the summers with my grandparents. I hate cemeteries.
What are you doing next year? What do you have coming up?
Oh, I've
25.
got the documentary coming. I filmed a special last June, so that'll also be coming out. I'm trying to finalize the deal for my autobiography.
Oh, that's great.
And that is cool because it makes me like reminisce about stuff that I had forgotten about, you know?
Yeah.
Because after 40 years, I've been everywhere. I know everybody.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me to come perform with you, all your kindness and
Yeah, we gotta do it again.
killing it. Yeah, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you more clips of Chris Fonseca and some of our set that we performed together this weekend.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. That's so sweet of you. I mean, I was going to do this in my hotel room, which has just as many people, which would have been fun. And I would have been naked. No extra charge. A couple years ago, I had a very bad knee injury. I was in the hospital for 3 days. It's weird when you go in for major surgery. There's 2 different surgical rooms when you get into the hospital. There's the pre-op and then the actual surgery room. So in the pre-op, you're still awake. They're still like hooking you up to tubes. There's like 5 people running around the room. So I'm laying on the gurney in the pre-op, so nervous. And this man just comes over to me and just lifts up my gown in front of everybody. And he's like, ma'am, I have to get you prepped for surgery, so I'm gonna have to shave you. I was like, what? Dude, it's my knee. What are you talking? It's this area right here. It doesn't grow down that far. It's right here in this area. And he's like, ma'am, please don't give me any problems. I'm like, you're the janitor. And he's like, well, maybe if you had better insurance, which that's true. That's true, actually.
Alvarado. You know, I have a confession. We stayed on in the same hotel, and you gotta close your curtains.
Yeah, I know.
Because he really does have 4 nipple rings. One on each nipple. How you doing, San Antonio?
Yeah.
If you're wondering why I'm in a wheelchair, I'll tell you. It was a bad Olympic pole vaulting accident. I have a big pole, ma'am.
Chris, you're one of my favorites. I have so much respect for you, and I'm just honored to perform with you and call you my friend.
Yeah.
You're my buddy. And we're going to do more shows together. And we'll record them, and we're going to have them on Find the Funny.
And I got a special name in my contact.
Yeah. Tell them the special name.
Yeah. 4 nipples.
Lisa 4 Nipples Alvarado. I think it's which is his famous woo.
Yeah. I want the t-shirt.
I know. This is Chris Fonseca. He's celebrating 40 years, and I'm so honored to have you, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Thank you.
And letting me be a part of your world. This is awesome. All right, we'll find you next time on Find the Funny with Lisa Alvarado. This is Chris Fonseca. Thanks. Bye, guys.